Wake up with the sunshine glow. Besties chat in stereo.
Hello, happy Christmas Eve, Eve.
Oh, happy Christmas Eve, Eve. Feliz Navidad.
Oh, gosh, can we believe that we made it to the end of 2024? Christmas is here already.
That's pretty crazy.
It is very crazy. I literally feel like I was just celebrating New Year's.
Me too. I was just gonna say I feel like it's New Year's Eve night, 2023. How did this happen?
I don't know. I feel like we should interview like 10-year-old, 12-year-old kids and be like, do you feel like the year flew by fast? Right. Or is it just us old fucks?
Ask them just like that.
I will. I'll ask Leah.
My boys love when I swear, only because they get to tell me, Mom, you just said a bad word.
Do they make you face the wall?
No, that's not.
Dominique's kids make me face the wall. They're like, face the wall. Face the wall. Oh, you said a swear. Face the wall.
Really?
I go, but you guys don't listen. After I tell you to do something and you guys never get in trouble and I accidentally say F because I've been trying to be better with it and you guys make me face the wall.
No, Michael tries to get me to put money into a jar every time I say an adult word. And I'm like, no. Enough of my money goes to you kids. You don't get my money in a jar when I'm frustrated, okay? Normally it's not in conversation with them. It's if I'm driving and I say a swear word with a car in front of me, or if I don't know, I'm on my phone and something happens, I'm like, are you effing kidding me? And then they overhear that and I'm like, go mind your own business.
Right.
This is my me time. But they're always around. And it's only going to get even better because as of today of this airing, they're on Christmas break.
You're excited about it. I had people at the gym yesterday being like, oh my God, my kids are going to be home. It's going to be a disaster. They're going to be fighting the whole time.
My boys like to wrestle. They're just not at ages where it's not bad between them. They don't fight. They don't scream. My older two are into the same stuff. They do their own thing. Also, like play dates. Go to the library. Go to
the library where they're forced to be quiet and behave.
No, our libraries are fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then Theo will go and pick out his books, and Joseph, there's a slide at the Barrington Library, the Schaumburg Library. I want to say somewhere in Algonquin or Crystal Lakes Library is really cool too, and it's free. So if you can just get up in the morning, put your coffee in a thermos, go to the library for a minute. That's what I'm doing. Also, we're not sponsored by Kids Empire, but I tell everybody about Kids Empire. Love that place. Just, any like play place. Even like a friend's house. But then the kids are just loud. So then you multiply them, then they're even louder. Hopefully it's not too cold that they can just play outside too.
I know, probably not, because it looks like it's going to be 42 on Christmas.
Well, perfect. Then they can go outside.
I know, but I feel like it's so sad. This is what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks. Kids today, I don't think we'll ever get snow on Christmas.
Why? I feel like it was snowy last year.
No.
Maybe in my brain.
I'd have to go back and look when the last time we got snow on Christmas here. I remember as a kid, it snowed all of December. Now it would have to be a Christmas miracle for it to snow.
So, in the memories on your social media that always pop up, I love those. And I was looking the first week of December, there was a huge snowfall. So the kids had snow, maybe not exactly on Christmas Day. I don't think it needs to be perfect. I saw it the other day. It said, oh, your memory from this day a year ago. And in my head, I was like, thank God it's not snowing today. Because even though they love it, I don't like driving in it. If I didn't have to drive in snow, it'd be one thing. We've already talked about this on a podcast, how I got stuck in my driveway and my nice neighbor came to show.
Actually, that's funny you say that, because my husband, who has a brain that just remembers everything, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, but he had been like, that was the second time Patty talked about her neighbor coming to bail her out of the driveway. And I was like, no. He's like, yeah, you guys talked about it in an early episode.
Whoa.
So he's our fact checker and letting us know when we repeat stuff.
That is so great. Here's the thing. Our memory is so bad that Danielle sat here the second time hearing that story as if it was brand new information. What are we taking to help our focus and clarity?
We haven't been taking it enough. We've only had 3 since 2010, with the most recent occurring in 2022. I guess 2022 it did snow on Christmas. Chicago has had an inch or more of snow on the ground for Christmas 19 times.
I'm sorry, they've had a what?
Snow on the ground for Christmas.
Oh,
19 times. But it's only done it 3 times since 2010, and the last one being 2022.
Yeah, so my kids' whole lives, essentially.
In 2023, last year, it said it was 60 degrees on Christmas.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. I feel like I would be wearing shorts or something.
Huh.
Very interesting. A little trivia fact if you're hitting up the trivia bar for the next couple weeks.
I try to do games on Christmas now to make it happy. And we got into bingo, but also Christmas trivia. That's so fun.
But the kids like participate with the trivia?
Well, okay, we haven't tried it. We haven't done the trivia yet.
Okay.
I'm just saying, that would be a good one to do. The adults obviously love it, but I feel like my kids would also love it because they're just educated guessers.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I have a bunch of minute to win it games
Nice.
planned, and then did you see the one on TikTok or Instagram where 2 people put blindfolds on and you play the music and then they dance and you see if they can dance the same? I just figured regardless, it'll just be fun video.
Yeah, you sent that one to me. I thought you wanted for you and I.
Oh, we could do that one too. Yeah. Let's see
one.
how in sync we are.
Right. Not at all, especially if what's that New Kids on the Block song that you love to dance? Step by step.
Oh yeah, girl.
You loved that dance. We pulled it out at a bar one time. I was like, first off, I've never heard the song. You not only knew every word, but you and a few of our friends knew the steps, the dance moves.
I love you, but sometimes you make me feel old.
New Kids on the Block was
and it was Hang Tough. Oh, no, the right stuff. I think, yeah.
Okay, that song I know. Okay. Step by Step, I don't know.
Because I don't think there was a dance to Step by Step, but there's words, obviously.
Okay, so then you do the words to Step by Step, but the dance to Hang Tough. Yeah. Do you know the dance still?
Yeah, I feel like it's just it's almost like an Irish jig. You know?
Oh, yeah, that's what's in my mind. That's my memory coming. Okay.
Do you know Bye 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 by NSYNC, the dance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure.
Yeah, boys in our 8th grade graduating class did a performance to NSYNC Bye 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 because all of us girls were so obsessed with it, and it was at our last school dance before graduation.
And guys did that?
Yes.
How awesome is that?
Yeah, I probably have a video of it somewhere on some old handheld recorder.
All right, we'll bring that up after this too, so I can watch it.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, I don't know where that one would be. That's grade school. That's going way back.
You didn't digitize those yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I just wonder. I haven't seen it in a while. Woo.
How often at night are you looking for? Remember that day those guys did that dance for me?
Right. Yeah. Never. And I had braces that year, probably. So I don't like to relive that.
Oh, traumatic. You're repressing.
Yeah, I hated braces. I had braces. I had bangs that weren't as nice as. Didn't you have bangs in your wrestling photo?
Yeah.
So you had bangs in your wrestling photo.
I had bangs a lot in my life.
They were perfect. You did?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen you with bangs in real life.
Oh, I don't think I could pull them off now. But yeah, I'll bring you my photo album. It was year after year, bang, bang, and then curly bangs and just all this puff in the front. Yeah.
Wait, there's one picture of you from your childhood, yes, that I remember Mike has it on his phone because he's like, this is gold. I have to take a picture of this picture.
It was Jay's background on his phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
My mom was really big in wanting us to have bangs.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing in the 90s. I bet that you guys were her pride and joy if your bangs were fluffy.
Oh, yeah.
With the hairspray.
So much hairspray.
Well, yeah.
So much teasing and curling and pulling.
Did you guys do big bows? Really cool bows. There was Rena, if you're listening, the white bow with the black polka dots was the coveted bow in our household. It was so pretty. And so my mom would put our hair in a ponytail, the bangs, the bow, and then send us off to school.
I don't think we were ever bow people. We were scrunchy people.
Ooh, I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was not to make you feel old, but 5 years younger, that does make a difference of if you're wearing a bow or not.
And my sister was a tomboy. She fought it. So If my mom put a bow in her hair, she probably pulled it out and threw it at her.
Meanwhile, me and Rena are fighting over which one gets the bigger bow. Oh, man, that's so funny. gonna add in fake laughter.
For all you new listeners out here, if you're not understanding that punchline, going back a few episodes where we say that Patty just always says that's so funny and doesn't laugh. Now she's going to laugh after she says it.
Just trying to become better every day. Just the best version of myself that I can be.
So now when you say that's so sad, are you going to cry?
I don't think I say that's so sad.
You have a few times.
Oh, man.
But a lot of people say that's so sad.
Without crying.
Without laughing either.
Oh my God.
I love how Ivy was like, oh man, I thought my audio cut out, but that was just you guys like dying laughing.
Right, when our microphones start like picking up all our laughter, it just goes dead silent. Sometimes I think that too, so I love that Ivy also commented that because I was like, yeah, me too.
I know. I was trying to edit out the pause, but it wasn't as dramatic. I want people to actually feel what we're feeling right now.
Give a pause for them to also be laughing, maybe.
Yeah, so you don't miss anything during your boisterous laughs. All right. Well, I hope by now everyone's prepared for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, whether you're hosting or you're going to someone's house. I have appetizers or meals and Christmas presents wrapped and ready to go.
I always think to myself, one year I was like really trying to find this one toy for Michael and blah, blah, blah. Like at this point, just give up. You don't have to do it. You don't have to get the toy. They're going to live, I promise. You don't have to make the meal that you can't find the right flavoring, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be fine.
My mother would shame you. She was that person every year that had to go and find the hard to find gift. Yes. The Cabbage Patch dolls,
the Furby,
the Tickle Me Elmo. All the things that were hard to find, she would go and find it. Wait in line. I don't know if she probably beat people up during the course of the years to get them, but she always found the hard to find gifts and made sure she got it for whatever kid wanted it.
Oh, it's really sweet.
Yeah. She's still even doing that now. The other day, she was like,
yeah, you can't say it.
I got to go to Target for a pickup order. And I was like, okay, we'll go and get it. She's like, I was watching the Today Show and they showed me these things that they were like this and that and other things. And it would be really great for the kids. So I got them. Aww. And she goes, now they're sold out. She's got like perfect timing for it. She is a good gift giver.
Yeah. My mom was the same. She like loved that stuff. Her and then my aunt, they were great at finding the hard to find stuff and always making it right. As a mom, I just have to remind myself that it's okay to just like rearrange and take your priorities and make it something different, just because even though that was so great, you loved getting gifts as a kid and whatnot. But at this point, what is the day that this is airing? December 23rd, the eve of the eve. It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath. You're going to be fine.
I was telling my nephew the other day because he had to write something for his CCD class, and it was about a Christmas. What does Christmas mean to you? And he was, first, was a kid. He's 7 years old. Like goes to the Christmas presents, right? And I was trying to explain, Gavin, it's more than just getting gifts. Did you ever hear the saying, it's better to give than receive? And he's like, yeah. I go, well, then explain to me what you think that means. Because I wanted to make sure he understood what it meant. And he did. And I was like, and it's also about family togetherness and love and Jesus's birthday. So then that went on a whole nother conversation about Jesus and God. But I think we've gotten so far away from it, even if you're not religious. And it's hard when you're a kid, you're really excited about opening up gifts and Santa and all those things. But I think we've kind of lost it. We've commercialized Christmas so much that I feel like we've really gotten away from the deep roots of like the meaning of Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is really hard to remember when there's all this fluff and all this stuff going for, again, like the presents and the top gifts or this or that. It's really hard to remember. And sometimes life is kind of dark and grim. So you hold on to certain things and you try to make it more joyful and exciting. And in my mind, like, go and do that, do the weird games, do anything that can hopefully pull you out of whatever, little dark patch that you're in. So I don't mind the quote unquote like Christmas spirit. I love the Christmas magic and doing all the traditions and whatever, because life is pretty dark sometimes. So anything that can lift you out of that, deep dive into it. Go ahead. But yeah, it's a fine line between only caring about the wrong things. And then ultimately, the material things is, we all know, that's not what builds you up and lifts you up and makes you happy long term. It's an instant fix, which we all love so much in society today, is that instant gratification, the instant this and that. And then a month later, are you still playing with that, the toys that your kids were begging for, that you were searching for, that you were stressed out trying to get? I think everything in moderation. You don't have to drive yourself crazy trying to do things, or I don't know.
No, exactly. I think too, I was telling someone, I'm like, oh, we do a lot of games because it's also now very easy for people to take their phone and go sit on the couch and just scroll on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not having interactive games or conversation, it's really easy for someone to fall out. And someone's like, you should bring back the basket and have people put their phones in, and then the last person to get their phone wins a prize. And I was like, I don't really know how well my family is going to take to that if I tell them to put their phone in a basket.
Mm.
But if there's a $25 gift card at the end for the last person who touches their phone, like it can keep it interesting at least.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Even a $10 Starbucks gift card. I would not touch my phone. No, you know what? I take too many pictures and videos. I'd be the first one to grab that phone.
Oh, I guess nowadays it also is very hard because everyone uses their phone as a camera. It's not like back in the day where everyone had like an extra camera or camcorder or whatever.
Yeah, the digital. Remember those? Oh, I loved taking my camera out at night to the bars.
Yes.
And to be honest, I would get so mad once we all started segueing into just our phones, because when you're out and it's dark, or even just like dim lighting, even with my kids, the phones do not capture it well at all. Bring back my...
Are you going to bring it back?
No, I'm not, because I can't even... Actually, I think I have one in my drawer in the kitchen, my junk drawer. Yes, maybe I should, because the quality of those photos are so much better. It's like we're now a generation that's okay with just crappy, blurry photos.
It's just because there's so much a delay in the phone that it just sucks when it's dark out.
I was just going to say that we're okay with these blurry photos because it's instant, because it's that instant gratification that we're also obsessed with.
But the other thing, I don't think we got enough credit. We were going out to bars, drinking. Mm-hmm. Not only do we have our purse, and there was a cell phone, the Razor flip phones, and then we had a camera.
Right.
And we came back with it all. We didn't lose it.
That was my fear. Or, okay.
Do you remember when Michelle had the big ass camera where she was like photographer of the year, recording and photographing all the moments?
That was when Mike and I first started dating, and Mike hates photos. And he'd be like, why? Why is she doing this? As if she was doing it to spite him. That's how some of our friends took it. And then there's me. Go, Michelle, because I captured everything. Pause. Yeah, of course. I love photos. I love videos. I love looking back on it. I love making like montages and video, things. I love doing that for my kids, for my husband, for myself, obviously.
But that's the other thing too. It's nice because it's on your phone and it's digital. But I used to make photo albums. So did Missy.
Aww.
And print them all out. So you would go, you print them out, and you have an album. You have an album of the summer of 2006 or Christmas of 2006. And now hardly anyone prints out pictures. They're in an album in the cloud, and then yesterday I went back to look for a few photos. So I was going down memory lane. So it was nice, but I feel like it's like reading a book. You want to flip the pages, you want to see through. I just feel like you have more nostalgia when it's in an album versus scrolling on your computer screen.
Well, that's super cute to think that of the photo albums. I do albums on Shutterfly, Chatbooks. I do tons of albums, mainly for my kids, but I try to do it every trip that we go on or a big birthday weekend, whatever. So I do have books.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
really
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love that. And that's part of why my Instagram has so many photos. I've kind of fallen off with my personal account, but because I have this app that every 60 photos, it puts it into a book with your captions that you've already written out, and it just sends it to you automatically every 60 photos.
What app?
Chatbooks.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I get the soft cover. Well, and every now and then I like post about how I use it, because I think that people are like, is this person okay? She posts everything, or every week there's a new picture of her kids. And it's, yeah, that's because I'm trying to save my memories for them. And it gets into a book. I think it's like, I don't know, $6.99 or $9.99 every book, say. So every 60 photos, but it's really nice. And then my kids do look back at it. And now that we've lost my dad, they look books that we've had memories with my dad. And then most heartwarming thing for me, like they're never going to have to like dig through and be like, well, where are the pictures from, 2010 of this trip? And then, unless you're super organized with your photo storage,
No.
and unless it's in, I got one time off Amazon. It's this clear bin. And then within the bin, there's other little clear bins. And then so I have Theodore's like first year, and I haven't made the label for it yet, but then you would put the label on there, Theodore year 1, Theodore year 2, and then kind of keep it organized like that. But if they're all just photos printed, shoved in a box in your closet, who's pulling those out and instantly getting them? Like, we can go on our phones and on the cloud, scroll to the year, and you have in 30 seconds.
Right.
That's huge for me.
Yeah, a little money you're not wasting too, like the print or the ink or spending money on that too.
Yeah, talk about instant gratification though. Everything comes back, but it makes your life easier. So
whatever we can do, we need a little help every now and then. A little help from our friends.
Yes.
So do you have big plans for Christmas? Is Mike working?
No, Mike is off. I'm so excited. So his rotation this year allows him to be off for Christmas as well. So Christmas Eve and Christmas, normally it's really hard. And I think that a lot of people like government workers, people that work on the
first
holidays,
responders.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really hard. And their families, I feel like it's hard on. And then it's hard on the kids if they have kids. So anyways, it's a good year for us. So we're we're splitting the family day by day. I'm going to add in church, and Santa's hopefully coming. So it'll be fun. How about you?
I'm not hosting, so
Woo.
I do Thanksgiving. So I will be out in Elgin for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
You should watch out. If people are stalking you, you really shouldn't say the town.
Come find me. I dare you. Stalk me.
You've made it if you get a stalker.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't afraid of you. So I have to I'm in charge of appetizer for Christmas Eve and appetizer for Christmas Day. And then I have some games for both days and some prizes. So I'm still working out a few of the prizes.
Nice.
But hopefully that will all come together today and we'll be good to go and have fun and celebrate.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to perfect them. What is it? Oh, an espresso martini. I was watching this guy and he made like several different like concoctions, like a Reese's peanut butter cup espresso martini, a creme de menthe, or the Andes mint espresso martini. So there was a few that I saved. So I'm going to try to make a few fun espresso martinis too.
Okay, so if you do that, can we do that on the following week?
Yeah.
So that we can try your favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
Because I would love that. I don't care if it's night. What time is it? I don't care if it's the morning time. Bring it on.
We'll just make sure we'll clear our schedule.
Yeah.
And we need caffeine in the morning, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, it all works out.
See? Yeah. We'll just chill. We'll go with the flow.
Yeah.
It might make it a little bit more interesting for you guys if we have a little liquor inside of us.
Absolutely. We get funnier.
Speaking of Christmas and part going into my low. So over the weekend, Patty and her friends hosted an annual train crawl. And we started in Barrington and ended up in Arlington Heights. And Arlington Heights had a pop-up bar and a Home Alone, which Home Alone is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Elf is too, so screw you, Orlando, for posting that you don't find it funny. My comment to him was, you don't have a sense of humor. That's why he doesn't find it funny. Like,
why doesn't he find it funny? You think because he doesn't think it's funny?
He thinks it's just overrated.
You're like that too. If things are overrated, you hate them. How long did you hate Taylor Swift for? You still do.
I hate her in some ways. I just found out that after her tour, one of the biggest tours she had, she gave her staff over $110 million in bonuses. Mm-hmm. So she's a very generous person. And if I saw her walking down the street, I'm not going to run her over. But
well, I hope you wouldn't run anybody over.
I have 2 people on my list that if I saw, I'd run over.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You wouldn't actually run
I would.
over.
I would.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Don't worry, you're not on the list.
Well, obviously. You would never want to run me over unless you'd be like, oh, and then she'll just hang on for dear life and then just entertain me.
You have nobody that you hate that much that if you saw them on the walking across the street, you would run them over?
Danielle, I don't want to go to jail.
Girl, you got to watch more crime stuff like I do. Figure out how to get away with it.
Nope, you're not hitting someone with a car and getting away with it with all their DNA on the front end of your car. No way. Are there witnesses? Where are you? They are able to hit them, hide their body. It's like, no. I have people I would gladly get rid of.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I just don't want me to seem like
no, you're
psychopath.
No, it's only you're only psychotic because you're about to spend your life in jail.
Right. They're not worth my time. I would never go to jail. But
exactly.
If I can kill 2 people and get away with it.
Out. Only 2 if nobody found out.
I feel like you really have to hate someone a lot in order to want them dead, right? To risk going to jail.
If you knew that you weren't going to get caught, there's more than one person on my list.
Okay. Yeah, if you get like a get out of jail free card, there's definitely a few people I can toss in there.
Okay, so here's the thing. Think about 3 people that you would, if you knew you would never get caught and there'd be no repercussions, blah, blah, blah. If you could, kill them. Think of who they are.
This is so Christmassy. Once again, this podcast took a turn.
Why are we here, Danielle? It's because I'm here. That's why we get totally off track. But just think of them. And now, did those people, why do you dislike them so much? Who did they hurt? Was it you? Was it someone you love? Is it just the entire world in general that they're hurting? Who did they hurt? Because I feel like that kind of tells a lot about you. The people I'm thinking of actually did nothing to me. They just did things to people that I love that changed the trajectory of then our future.
Yeah, I agree. That's the same thing. Yeah. But I could throw in a few extra people that I just think that are just like,
bonus.
Yeah. Buy 2, get 3 free.
We're really into our Christmas sales.
There's going to be nothing from Santa under my tree this year.
Okay, so you wouldn't run over Taylor.
No.
She
is a good person.
Right, exactly. She's very generous. So the elf is not your favorite. It's almost your favorite.
Well, it's in my probably top 5.
It's funny. I've never watched it all the way through.
Are you kidding me?
I have ADHD, so I don't watch anything all the way through. Yeah.
I feel like you definitely would like it. I feel like
I like it.
Mike can quote the whole thing.
Yep, he can. Some of my kids now can because we watched it. They've watched it a few times. But yeah, I'm like up, I'm down, I'm looking. I don't know. I'm trying to start side conversations because I can't keep focused on this TV. But yeah, if you know, you know. So other than the elf, what was Home Alone?
Home Alone.
Back to where we started. Okay,
yeah,
Home Alone.
Home Alone is it's a great feel good, and it always gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Home Alone all the way through?
Not lately.
Okay.
When I was a kid, yes, we were all obsessed.
So if I talk about the scene in the church,
I'm gonna know
with the old man when he's the guy that they always feared,
the creepy one.
Yeah, but then he sits with him at the church and finds out about his family, and they reunites. Oh, that gets me every time.
Oh,
yeah,
that's really sweet.
I do get emotional sometimes.
You do have a heart.
And then the stupid one I watched last night.
What was it?
Falling for Christmas with Lindsay Lohan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to figure out who the guy was. And it was like driving me crazy. I'm like, God, I feel like I've seen him in something. Thank God for Google. So I Googled it. And did you ever watch Glee?
Oh, yeah.
He was in Glee.
Loved Glee.
So it was cute. So it had the love story part of it, but it did have the magic of Christmas and Christmas miracles and all that. So it was a really good feel-good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny because the other day Jay's like, do you want to watch some Hallmark movies? I'm like, every time I go and like watch one, I get so aggravated because it was so cheesy. Like the other day, I only obviously watch these when Jay's at work because he would have my face. But I watched the one with Chad Michael Murray. I can't think of her name.
Hilary Duff?
No, this was a Christmas one. And in order to save her parents' bar, she comes up with it. They literally are like Chippendales. They dance with their shirts off.
This is a Hallmark movie?
It wasn't really a Hallmark movie, but it's on Netflix, and I feel like all those cheesy, they're all docked as
same storyline. Yeah.
But Chad Michael Murray, man, he was working on those abs. Those look good. But it was so cheesy. It was so terrible. And I was like, there was really no feel good in that one.
Oh, interesting. I feel like a lot of the Christmas movies, they understand the assignment. You want to feel good. You want to watch something mindless, something funny, a few jokes, a few cute little romance twists and whatever. Give the people what they want. They have their formula and they're just.
I know, but I feel like there's a way to do it where you're not goingly overboard with the cheesiness.
Mhm.
Like subtle, realistic.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have the real side of Christmas movies where it's more relatable, less hateable. When
Right.
you're watching from your couch, you're like, really? Really?
Yeah, because if that's the case, the bars out there that are struggling to pay their bills, just get a bunch of guys with really nice abs to come and dance on stage and have women come and throw money at you.
Yeah, I mean, we've
And then you
been to
say-
places like that.
You just
We've
save
been
the
to
bar.
bars with those guys. Yeah.
Oh, so now I remember why I brought up Home Alone.
Land the plane. That's my turn.
Because the pop-up bar was Home Alone themed.
Mm-hmm.
So they did do a good job. But my low was that
I
whole
know.
day, we were served by so many miserable people.
Mm.
I understand this time of year, it's crazy and everyone's on weird emotions, but it was single-handedly, every bartender that waited on us didn't smile, didn't communicate. It was probably one of the worst days out with service that I've had in a while.
Mm-hmm. Which is sad because we were a large group going out that night.
And we're all looking to have a great time.
Yeah,
and we're like, stay there, don't move.
Right. We were trying to take a picture and then they yelled at us because we were too close to the bar.
But there was nowhere to go.
And I want to be like, listen, we're the best customers to have because especially us, like we've worked in the industry and also we're nice people. We're not grumpy. We're not rude. We're not too rowdy. I just feel like we're the perfect customers. If a group like us walked in, I would be happy.
Right. People that are going to drink, but not overly drinking.
Right. And get messed up. Okay, wait. So we're the best group because we're just going to come in and have fun and not get too rowdy, not drink too much till we're sloppy. The whole thing.
No one's puking.
Listen, I might be biased, but we're perfect.
We are awesome.
So yeah, literally the bartender got the name the Grinch.
Yeah.
She was miserable.
Well,
which I get. Like I've been miserable too, but it's showbiz, babe.
Yeah.
Slap a smile on your face.
She probably could have doubled her tips that day if she would have just been a little bit in the Christmas spirit.
Because she was gorgeous. She was hot. Like
she was.
That was a real missed opportunity.
She made my resting bitch face look like I smile all the time.
Really? Yeah. And I feel like you were smiling more, trying to just spread Christmas cheer, being like, maybe this will work. What's going to work? Why are these people mad? And then I feel like the servers were like apologizing for her, like on her behalf. I'm like, these poor servers.
Yeah.
Because we run around like idiots when you're a server.
Well, especially through that crowd.
It was a really hard night. The servers, I would understand because they're getting bumped and their drinks are being spilled. The bartender, you're just making all the drinks, which I get is hard. But
you're protected by the bar.
Exactly. You're not being bumped every other second. Why are you so miserable?
Or having to keep a whole tray of Fireball from spilling on people.
Yeah.
Or purposely dumping it on people.
Dude, the Fireball shots were a flow-in. I know. I feel like sometimes when I teach my fitness classes, everyone's my best friend. And then sometimes I want to talk about Fireball, especially when I play Fireball, but I have to check myself, right? I'm like, okay.
You're a fitness instructor. You're not supposed to be drinking.
I know, or at least like not talking about it. Because I do have to be mindful. Like maybe somebody who's like a recovering alcoholic. And now I'm going to sit up there and be like, whoop, at the bar last week. Or I can't wait for the drink,
Right.
But sometimes it just comes to my head. And how do you not say the things that come into your head? It's very grown up of me when I cannot.
Yeah, pause for 10 seconds and really think about what you were saying.
Yeah. Sometimes I just stop mid-sentence. And I'm like, whoop, did anybody notice? Nope.
No, she's having a Patty moment. She forgot who she was talking about, which now seems to have rubbed off on me. But even though it was a fun night, I would say that would be my low of the week. And that means I pretty much had a pretty good week then.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah. And then my high, I have done my highest level of cold plunging 2 days in a row. Ooh. I've gotten up to 5 minutes and the water was hovering 43, 44 degrees. So not the coldest water I've been into, but the coldest water for the longest period of time.
Okay. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
5 minutes is a long time to cold
I was
plunge.
about to give up yesterday because I was like, I don't think I can do it. My feet were numb. My fingers were numb. And I'm like trying to control my breathing. But I was like, I can do it. I was in competition with myself. If I can't at least meet or beat what I did yesterday, I'm going to be very, very pissed. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I looked over, I had a minute 32 left. I'm like, don't give up now. Don't give up now. So I enjoy it because I'm like literally competing with myself, and it's like mentally making me stronger just to kind of keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So
Wow.
yeah, that was my high.
You, I feel like, could climb Mount Everest now with that.
Let's not
mindset.
push it. Let's not push it. Baby steps.
Wow, you can do anything. Cold plunging is like no joke. That
No,
is to do.
my chiropractor and physical therapist that I was seeing for the back, no, I couldn't. No, mentally right now, I'm like, I know it's a mental game. And they're like, no, I would not be able to do it. So
Right. Good job.
yeah.
That's huge. That's a good high.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll
Nice
see
work.
if I can keep it going. So
Yes, keep us updated.
yeah.
The people want to see the time lapse videos. Can you wear a Santa Claus hat in the next one so we can post it?
Oh, okay.
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
Or is that against the rules because now you have a hat on your head keeping you warmer?
Actually, I don't know.
You know, it's your rules.
Well, because I haven't gotten that far yet, so I will dunk my face and push my face forward and put it underwater at least twice because they say it's good for your
That's
skin.
so good for your skin.
But a lot of people, I don't know if you, obviously you're not into cold plunging, but I don't know if you watch a lot of the videos, but towards the end, before they get out, they dunk themselves in and then they like spin around in the pool to get their whole body to get out. Not there yet.
That's psychotic.
Yes.
Talk about, wanting to, okay, the top of my list of crazy is running people over with cars or like basically allowing yourself to get caught doing something stupid because somebody hurt you. It's like, no, like you don't want to go to jail. So that's number one. And then number two, cold plungers. How do you guys do it? You got to be a little crazy up there.
Oh yeah. I say that all the time.
Gosh. Or you're just like way stronger than me and my brain can't grasp it. So I'm just like, how?
But they say your body gives up before your mind gives up.
Ooh, is that what they say?
Yeah. You've never used that in your fitness class? I feel like a lot of my fitness class big. Your body will give up before your mind, so you have to be mind strong.
Oh, I love that. I say things similar, but yeah, not that one.
Yeah, you can add that to your list.
On my list of motivational cues.
Yeah.
Love it.
Or do some deep diving on the psychology of that.
Yeah, very interesting.
What was your high? What was your low?
My low, last night I was driving and it's dark. First off, I never drive in the dark unless I'm driving my kids around to their carpools. So here's the thing that I find interesting is all the time, there's always a high to be found in the lows. So I'm going to go and just say that my low is that I was driving last night and I was at a stoplight and all of a sudden the guy behind me hit me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a big hit. It was just a little, it was almost, I was actually on the phone. My CarPlay was going. So I'm on the phone. I'm like, I think I was just hit. I was like, let me call you back, you know? Like it was, because also sometimes if your car shifts gears or I don't know, I was just like, what happened? Anyways, I'm like looking behind me and the car behind me put their hazards on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got hit. So anyways, we pull around the corner and I call Mike right away. And I'm like, Mike, the guy behind me just hit me. It is a guy. And now it's dark out and I'm on the side of the road and there's cars, but like also, I don't know, is this guy coming from a bar? My head just goes to the worst. Right. So Mike says, yeah, you could call the police, get an accident report, get his information, all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even want to get out of my car right now and go talk to this guy. Right. So the high is that I was alone. Right. Because my kids aren't with me. They're not scared. Nobody got hurt. It could have obviously, I mean, the best case scenario of getting hit is barely getting hit. Right. So paint came off of the back of my car. So whatever. The police came anyways. And even though there was like very minimal damage and the guy was super nice, he didn't speak English well, but he was just very nice. So best case scenario, I didn't get killed. Right. Yeah. I didn't get dragged into the field next to us. Could have happened.
Could have.
But no, it was easy peasy. But that is my low because just that's annoying.
Yeah. Who needs that, especially this time of year?
Right.
To deal with insurance or, but at least it wasn't worse or, yeah.
Totally. My car is drivable. I'm fine. The whole thing. So that was my low. Drive safe, guys. Especially when you're stopped. Make sure your car is stopped and not going to just tap the car in front of you because what a waste. What a waste.
Yeah, pay attention.
Yeah.
Get off your phone.
Yeah. Do the CarPlay. Or just don't get... Or listen to our podcast instead of calling a friend, okay?
Yeah, do that. And stop texting and driving, Anna.
Yes, absolutely. So that was my low. And my high is that I had several events with my immediate family, with my extended family. I had an event with friends over the weekend, just really taking time to be present with people. And it really changes. It changes my mood. It changes everything when I can be doing activities that I want to do. Don't do the activities that you don't want to do that you're going to
regret doing.
Yeah, or that you're not excited about leading up to. And sometimes, though, when you're not excited about it, and that's okay too, you can still say, I'm just going to go for a couple hours, or I'm just going to go for 40 minutes. Because sometimes it's just the act of getting there that you just need to show up anyways, and just try to make memories with your friends or your family. If you're down, and I feel like maybe you don't even realize it, but when the things that you normally like to do don't bring you joy all of a sudden, just tell yourself, I'm going to get through it. Just commit and go. Because sometimes the things that
I think that people confuse not wanting to go with a sense of maybe anxious or social anxiety, or something that really doesn't have to do with the event. It has to do with where you are mentally. And that happened to me on Saturday, where I told you I was like, wasn't there. It was a long day. It was a long work day. I talked to a lot of people. I just felt really emotionally and mentally drained. And it sounded so much easier just to go home, sit on my couch and put on Netflix and just be by myself and not talk. But you know what? I forced myself to do it, and I was so glad. I had so much fun. Even my mom the next day, she's like, I thought you were only going for a couple hours. I'm like, I ended up having a really good time. So yeah, I stayed later.
I'm so glad. Also, your face looks glowing right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's all that serum shit that I've been doing, and the
Yes.
frankincense and the
essential oil mix that you gave me. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I feel like it does make a difference when you take the time to do a face regimen morning and night. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I just don't want to do it. I'm just lucky if I wash my face.
Right.
So I've been doing it regularly. Nice. So
the one thing I do have to say about this podcast, okay, so we started this the end of September. 3 months, that's it? It seems like longer.
Yeah.
But also it seems like no time at all. I love hanging out with you. I love doing this. Yesterday at one of my great family functions, so my cousins hosted a luncheon and invited extended family that we haven't all sat down in a room together in years and years and years, way too long. So it was really neat to go and sit, and my podcast got brought up, and my sweet Aunt Judy, she turned 85 yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
She is hilarious. She is outspoken. She is everything that a woman should be this day and age. She's married to an Italian Catholic man, traditional, and she knows her place. She's not going to let anybody ever silence her. She has a beautiful family and a beautiful marriage. And anyways, so she asked me, what is this podcast? What is that? What is that? Is it something that you can stream on your phone or on your computer or
and then
Alexa?
Was she like, what's streaming?
Well, then my sweet uncle pulls out his flip phone. I'm like, oh my God, you are not streaming anything on that.
You're lucky if you can make a call on that.
It's like the first one after the block telephones. That's what he still has. It was so cute. And I was trying to explain to her just the premise of our podcast. I said we talk about social media and how it changes everything that we do every day. And then my sister Rena was trying to help me because I was like, what is our podcast about? I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what's happening that day. What is it about? But Rena said, oh, it's, you always talk about your highs and lows. And so I told her how we try to talk about the highs, lows. So we're focused on things that we're grateful for, focused on things that we want to change about ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I said, and in the midst of the lows, you can still find that silver lining. And it's not always going to be there, but sometimes it is. And once you start looking for it, you can most likely find it. And I said, so even like today, so this was yesterday when we're at this lunch, and I said, this is a high for me. This is a beautiful day, all of us together again. But the only reason that this happened is because of a huge low. I lost my dad, and now we're all reaching out to get family support. And now we're all coming together like this. And it's so beautiful and it's so meaningful, but it wouldn't have happened if a really big low didn't also happen. So it's just interesting the way that life works, and how you have to be really mindful about going and doing the things and taking action and making your life as beautiful as you want it to be. Because social media, you can portray 1,000,001 things and feelings, and that's great.
Right.
Go and portray what you want and post what you want. But I want your life to feel as good as it looks. I want your life to feel as happy as you want to be. And you have the power to do that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that was beautiful. And I feel like that is like the perfect way to end the podcast. Uh-huh. Just eloquently spoken. And I think everyone, when it comes to social media and going into Christmas and the new year, it's really easy to focus on the negative. And we talked about this a little bit over Thanksgiving as well. So let's all be mindful and grateful for what we do have, and let's not dwell on the things we don't have. And if you are that person that posts all the amazing things on social media, I just hope that you are one that you can sit back and reflect and understand that life isn't always amazing and great, and it's okay. And you can have bad days and bad moments, and you can let the world think that you're happy all the time. But as long as you're true to yourself, nothing else really matters.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Have a very Merry Christmas if you're celebrating.
Feliz
Happy
Navidad.
holiday.
Happy holidays.
What do you, Feliz?
Navidad.
Why does it sound so weird? Are you saying it right? Do I?
No, I'm saying it with my Spanish accent.
Oh.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, okay. Well,
Am I not doing it right?
No, I don't know. Just maybe I'm just used to hearing it in a song. So sing it.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Well, on that note, guys, thanks for listening, and we're gonna keep being us. So you, Patty, can keep singing.
See you next time.
Bye.